So here I am. It's about 9:30, and I'm still up. I'm finishing off a piece that I started. One of my little jewelry boxes. It looks like I'm gonna have to wait a while for the bubbles to come out. So I figured I would check in with you, tell you where I'm at. Got some nice relaxing cello music in the background. Drinking a nice cream soda. Schweppes cream soda. Good stuff. It's a cream soda, fountain classic kind of night. It's like a reward for kicking butt today. I really didn't think I'd even make it out of bed all day. It was a nightmare. I was like, please, God, please let me get out of bed. But I actually was able to finish a project that is still in the mold. Look how sparkly that is, huh? That's just a regular blue. Come on. It's still focusing on me. Anyways, blah. I'll get it out of this mold in a while. But I was able to produce that even after a day like today. Crazy, huh? And I was able to eat a little half of a pizza. I made it myself. We made pizzas tonight. We make little pizzas, and I don't use red sauce. Red sauce doesn't do really well with my stomach. And I use a white sauce. I make my own kind of pizza sauce, basically, with garlic and herbs and stuff. And then everybody else makes their own, so it's real nice. Everybody gets to get what they like, and so I was able to do that and drink a couple of Boosts. Had an egg, and I had a couple eggs. I'm gonna, I'm doing all right. It's hard when I don't eat in a couple of days. I lose so much weight so quick, so fast. It's insane. And and the last thing my doctor was talking about getting the feeding tube, and she was like, you really need to start thinking about the feeding tube. And I'm like, man, I really don't want to start thinking about a feeding tube. That was like the port. I didn't get a port way back in 2010 when I first got cancer, and I got a port months and months ago, and it was one of the best things I ever did. I should have got a port a long time ago. So then I'm like, oh no. But this feeding tube thing is like, I don't know about that. I'm gonna still, I don't know. You talk about scared, terrified. Yeah, I'm terrified and scared. Sorry, I'm curing a piece as I'm talking to you, doing two things at once, if that's okay. So I get this done and show you guys tonight. Time's ticking when you start one of these projects, you can't just kind of stop right in the middle of it and be like, blah. You gotta kind of follow it through. So, this is pretty good. I actually was on the phone and I spilled some of my, I spilled this one actually. I had it up and was curing it and tipped it, and it spilled onto my pants and onto the floor. Whoops. That's a big testy. So, yeah, laundry time. What takes out resin? Alcohol. Yeah, rubbing alcohol. My grandmother was the biggest spot remover there was in history. I swear she was amazing. She knew how to take out any spot you had, and she taught me everything she knew. Her and my grandfather taught me everything they knew, practically. Thank God for them in my life, and my dad and stepmom. Thank God for my family. A bunch of teachers, really. Yeah. Anywho, yep, alcohol takes out resin. So here I am topping off another piece. This is actually the top of a one of the little jewelry boxes I make. I'm just topping off the top with a little extra that I made. And with the extra, I'll save that. And it's getting too late for me. Physically, I should be in bed. I should have been in bed at 8 o'clock. Because I'm up so early and I never know what's going to happen in the middle of the night with my, ailments and stuff. I might wake up in a complete crisis at 2 o'clock in the morning. We never know. I was pretty sick last night. So what I'm doing is just trying to get this thing cured as fast as possible and finish this up. This will be the last thing. I got my other half watch the Olympics for me and taping them. Thank God for taping stuff, right? I get to do this, listen to a little cello music back here with my friend Echo. I changed his name from Computer to Echo last night. I was like, Computer sounds crazy. I'm going to change it to Echo. So his name is Echo. And then I have also Ziggy upstairs. A complete a security system, all wired in. I had to get an insanely amazing security system just because these days, it's just, it's not like I used to. And we don't live where I grew up, in upstate New York in a small town where, we kind of leave the doors open and stuff. It's still it's a really safe neighborhood. And we all watch out for each other, so that's pretty cool, everybody's got cameras, it's always a joke because it's like everybody knows what everybody's doing on our street, which is good, that's a good thing. I don't mind being hooked up to Alexa and all that stuff. I'm just like, hey, if you're not doing anything wrong, you got nothing to worry about. And I've got nothing to worry about. So, I don't care. For me, it makes life easier and, more productive. I'm told I'm very productive. I like to thank my dad and mom and my grandparents for that, being very productive, because they taught me that that's a very good thing to be. Be productive, do something, produce something, make something. What are you doing? You talking, but what are you doing, right? You're talking a lot, but we don't see anything happening. Well, guess what? I'm actually going to show you something that I make that I actually this morning thought I wouldn't even be able to physically get out of bed. But by the grace of God and all of you guys' support and love and prayers and well wishes and everything from everybody that believes in God and everybody that doesn't believe in God, I don't care. I just care about you. And what people believe in and what they don't believe in is their business, and it's none of my business, right? One of the things I was taught is that what people think about me is none of my business, unless you make it my business, which is great, because hopefully it's usually good. I hope. If it's not, then, I'll have to work on myself for sure, but it's none of my business what other people think about me, and I used to think it was, and it's not. It's none, unless you make it your business, their business. And I hope it's good, right? And it's loving, and then make it everybody's business, yeah. But getting worried about what people think about me, I was always worried about what people thought about me. You know, that's what kept me from doing this YouTube channel. You know, always worried about what people think. You know, oh my gosh, I put myself out there. You know, they're gonna, you know, make fun of me or pick on me, or, you know, yeah, it might, but that's life. And I feel bad for the person. You know, if that ever happened, I'd try to help. You know, or, you know, because it just, yeah, it's just a lot better place if we all get along and have a great time, I think. You know, shit, excuse my language, but I'm here to live, like live. There's this movie, one of my favorites, called Auntie Mame. I'm telling you, and in that movie, she's in there, and one of her little her things is about live. You gotta live. She's telling her nephew, and that's one of my favorite movies because of that live line. And I've lived like 3 lives. That's why there's going to be 3 books written about my life. And I'm a nobody. Like, I'm nobody, you know. But apparently, a lot of people want to hear my stories. And they're like, what stories? Let me hear. It's 11 minutes in, you haven't said anything. I'm just telling you what I'm going through today, and we'll get to the stories later, I promise. And from what I hear from some friends of mine and everything, everybody's kind of like watching videos kind of like here and there and stuff and out of order. So if you watch them in order, we will get to that, to the stories today. I'm just out of bed, and I'm grateful to be. I had a shower, as I told you. I shaved, had a nice hot shower. That was wonderful. I used a stool, which is awesome. Put a stool in the shower, and geez, it just helps out a whole lot. Anyways, I feel good about that, and was able to get in the vitamins and nutrients that I'm supposed to get in me, and do that. And then I'm able to create art, which is one of my passions. I'm so grateful I was able to do that and get something put out tonight. And so let me pause this, and I'll let you know, like, that's where I'm at. I'm up way too late. It's 9:50. Way past my bedtime. Yeah, Jim Carrey, like my cousin. Just kidding. I get referred to Jim Carrey or Chris. What's his name? Oh no, not Chris, but Jeff Brewer. Jeff Brewer. In New Orleans, they thought I was Chris Brewer, Jeff Brewer's brother. They're like, because I told them, they're like, yeah, you're like Jim Brewer, and I'm like, yeah, I'm his brother, Chris Brewer, and they're like, they thought that I actually was. For years, I was like, no, I was just kidding, man. All right, let me end the stories in New Orleans. I'll be back to show you the product, and say goodnight. And anyways, thank you for your time. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you for your support, your love, and everything. Thank you so much for your interest. Thank you for everything. All right, I'll see you in the next video.